Hey, how's it going, everyone? Marc here, Santino Cigars and Cocktails, Santino Sunday Cigar Review. This week on Just the Tip, we're going to talk price point and what that means. So, everyone knows, everyone should know by now, especially if you watch our show, we like to talk about that sweet spot on price on cigar, between that $8 and $12 range. That range we're talking about is the national MSRP that almost every cigar sort of falls into, is within inside that $8 and $12 range. That's kind of become the consensus accepted idea of what anyone is willing to spend on a cigar itself. Now, what I like to turn people away from, and as a business owner, runner, manager, anyone that's in any kind of leadership position when you're selling an item, you're going to think I'm crazy when I say this. Price does not always mean perfection, okay? There are a lot of cigars that you find out there that are going to be marked at 30, 50, 80, 110, all the way up to $1,200 because of a namesake or because of a proprietary blend that they claim is something that it may or may not be. Okay, no one other than the person blending it can tell you what it may or may not be. I can tell you firmly right now that when you walk into this humidor, 99% of the cigars in that humidor are between $8 and $14. The reason I jumped that price by $2, a lot of these cigars that you find that are 20, 21 in certain establishments that have what they call themselves high-end, and I do this because we are, if you look at the stock carried, we are what you would consider high-end, but we don't act on that manner. That's one of the things that's been enjoyed by Santino, or been enjoyed by hundreds of people that come into Santino. This is what we do. You know, we talked about dress code and what you do. There is no dress, just enjoy yourself. Cigars do not have to cost excess amounts of money. They really don't. When you start getting into collecting things and old vintage cigars, you start trying to find good shape, good aged cigars from 10, 20 years ago, yes, you're going to pay for those. But when you're looking at a new item that comes in, you walk in the humidor and you see a $30 cigar with a namesake on it, and you see a cigar that costs $8, and you're like, hey, I know that company. Talk to the tobacconist, because I will almost guarantee, if he's honest, if he or she is honest and not just trying to make the dollar, that $8, $10, $12, $13, $14 cigar is probably better, if not equal, to that $30 cigar. Okay? So this week's Just a Tip. Remember, price does not equal perfection. It's okay to step away and look at what's lower to make sure you're getting what you consider perfection through a price point that you're comfortable with, before dishing out the dollars just because this namesake and this price tag seems to make sense. Cheers.